about what we do here is we as travel agents have the best rates, and our whole job is to make sure you enjoy your life, retire early, and have the most tax breaks you can possibly have. So let me ask everybody who has a family, um, who would like to take their kids to Disney World, especially if you could go at insider rates, right? What about staying in the States and going to Vegas? I just left there, and the best thing about it, we have $19 rooms in Vegas. $19 rooms, and some of the best things about being a travel agent is actually you get to get paid for going there. Now, me personally, I don't like the snow, but if you one of those people want to go to the cabins, we can help you get there. The possibilities is literally limitless when you're talking about Paycation. Now, these are some facts that I have to ask you guests. Do you know? Now, travel is the number one researched word on the internet between the hours of 9 to 5. Some people work jobs at those times and they pray to God that they're not there anymore and they search for places they can be. What if they find you? You help them get to their destination for a fraction of the cost. Not only that, but in 2014, residents logged 2.1 billion trips. Billion trips. So you cannot tell me people are not traveling. It doesn't matter if it's a down economy or up economy. The airport is busy. I'm telling you guys, and that's just some fun facts. Not to mention direct spending for travelers. We're talking about $2.5 billion a day. If you break that down a second, that's close to 30,000 bucks a second. So let's talk about the industry for a second. Now, when you compare travel, which is an $8 trillion industry, it's safe to say it's one of the largest industries in the world, actually the largest, right? Now, a lot of us like music. We listen to it when we work out, we sing in the shower, but even that is a 17 billion with a B dollar industry. A lot of us love movies. We want to be actors. Some of us are actors, right? We act like we like our job all the time. So just imagine, right? If you can make NFL money being a regular person, make movie star money being a regular person. Because right here, if you notice, in the direct sales industry, that's a $182 billion industry. It's created the most millionaires, more than all these industries combined, y'all. So that's huge when you're talking about talent, because you don't need any to start in the travel industry. There's no experience required. So travel honestly just makes sense because that's what the millionaires do when they make the money. And matter of fact, when the baby boomers retire from working their whole entire lives, all they want to do is travel anyway. So travel makes sense if you can own a travel franchise. And that's what we're talking about, owning travel franchises. So watch this. Our company, Paycation Travel, which is partnered with Extreme Travel, it's been around for 15 years, ladies and gentlemen. We have top honors credentials. Have you heard of any of these companies like Carnival Cruise, right? Royal Caribbean. So this should eliminate all you skeptics out there who's claiming that this might potentially be a scam. Well, how in the world could we be partnered with all these other companies? How in the world could we do business with the Marriott? How in the world can I just rent a car from Hertz? How in the world could we do some of these things if we was a scam? We're partnered with billion-dollar companies, right? So here's our leadership team. I believe in them, and you should too. David Manning has over 25 years of experience, one of the compensation plan specialists. Companies in this industry pay him to look at their comp plan. Lori Spears, over 30 years in travel, and Mark Campy, such a great guy, has built downlines of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. This is over 80 years of experience on this slide, ladies and gentlemen. So if you don't know where you're going, you better follow the leaders. Hey, if that makes sense, leave a question, leave an answer, say, hey, that makes sense. So real quick, what do we do? What do we do? We create the opportunity for you to offer world-class travel, right? Plus other essential services. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Now, once you become certified, you're going to be able to get your own booking engine, which means your own website, family and friends, where instead of you going to, for example, Expedia or whatever website you usually go to book your travel, now you go to your own and make money. Not only that, but once you become certified, you become a member, which gives you even better travel club discounts. travel club discounts. Not only that, but when you partner with our company, you even have the potential to get paid off of helping people get business loans, getting paid when people pay their electricity bill. Just imagine how many people paid their cable bill this month and how many checks you missed out on. Right? How many checks of family members, friends around you have booked a hotel, have paid their bills, have got on a plane, or who has a birthday that they want to celebrate somewhere fun that you have the potential to make money on? So Paycation travel is a powerful opportunity, especially because they're going to pay you 75% commission when you book on anything on our sites. And if you notice here, we have over 145,000 hotels, right? So that you can choose from. Now that is serious. I don't think we're going to run out ever, right? And if you like travel, you're going to love some of our conventions because this is our job, ladies and gentlemen. We're forced to go on Paycation experience where, as you see right here, you go to Mexico, El Dorado, you go on a cruise ship, and we get to learn with all the top earners and just some of the company rock stars. And we get to hang out with them for a long period of time. And the best thing about it, when you look around, most of these people on those same trips that we're on, they spend thousands and thousands of dollars. We only spend a couple hundreds. We also have weekly condo stays. You get access to condos all over the world. Right here in Costa Rica, that we actually have a member trip. I'm sorry, not in Costa Rica, but to the Dominican Republic for $199. Can you imagine going to another country for less than $200? That's even if you don't want to make money with us, ladies and gentlemen, just take a members trip because you get to experience life, 5-star living. 5-star living for 2-star prices. Now that's powerful. Now our Platinum Travel Club is very unique. Very, very, very unique. If you're one of those people who like to shop, go to the movies, buy groceries, and you're not accumulating points for these same dollars you're spending anyway, shame on you. Because here in our Platinum Travel Club, you can actually do the same exact thing, gain loyalty points, and you can use it towards fun. Like if you're going to go to Macy's anyway, gather some points so you can use it towards a vacation at the end of the year. That guess what? You also get your personal secretary that all you have to do is call them and say, hey, I want to go here and this is my budget. They'll book it all for you. That's powerful. Now, shifting gears just briefly. We are Paycation travel, yes, but we also do sporting events. We also do theater. We also do concerts. So if you want to make money on entertainment all around, this is your source to do it. Now, like I said before, we also have health and wellness products. We have all type of stuff that you can choose. You can choose to market if you want. It's nothing like having a store. They call it the Paycation Plus store that you can have access to everything that people needs. Everything that people needs. Now, this is an entrepreneur who you all need to know. He's on the Forbes list. And he actually told us that the network marketing industry will explode in the next 15 years. So if you get started now and work your way up to leadership roles in 15 years, when we explode, you'll be the leaders who's overriding that next wave of new entrepreneurs, right? So we're going to shift gears and talk about a little bit of money. If you like money, please say money in the chat box. I love talking to you all. So right now, every time you have a successful conversation, Chanel, this is how it happens. You can get up to $50 for every time you refer someone to this information. Now, even if you don't have a conversation, let's just say you send out a webinar link like this. If this makes sense to someone, you make $50 just for sharing it with them. Now, how many of you are not getting paid for gossiping right now and you gossip all the time, right? So that's $50 per person. And guess what? There's no limit to how many people you can talk to. That's the best thing about it. Now, on your third person you talk to and beyond, or you just share their information, right? You don't even have to talk to them. Now you're going to get a raise. It's called a coded bonus. They're going to give you $20 on your third person and beyond. And I don't know about you, but that can add up very, very quickly. Because starting with your third person, just imagine, because they're not in business for you, right? No, they're in business through you, but not for you. So they're going to go out and grow their own business. And as they grow their own business, ladies and gentlemen, you can pick up $20 codes every time the one conversation you had turns around and start having conversations about their own travel franchise. So just imagine earning $20 to infinity on however many conversations that's coded to you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's up to $190 you can make for one successful conversation, ladies and gentlemen. You can't beat that with a stick. You refer one person to this business, you can make up to $190. Now let's talk about your first two people, right? Because that's on your third and beyond. Now on your first two individuals you enroll in this business, you get a 150% match on them, which means when they go out and make a personal sale and they make a coded bonus, when they make $20, you make $30. That's huge, and that's called leverage. If you don't know anything about leverage, let me try to explain it. It's similar to what you're experiencing at your job. So, for example, if your boss makes more money than you and you work harder than him, you're being leveraged. So all the wealthy people, they really believe that it's cool to create their own leverage. And you can do that being a regular person here in Paycation. So let's show you how. So on your third person and beyond, you can actually get 100% match. Now, if you train somebody at your job and when they get paid, do you get paid? That's a question I want to ask everybody. Matter of fact, answer that question in the chat box. If you train someone at your job, when they get a check, does a check show up in your mailbox? I need the answer to that. Because if your answer is no, then here in Paycation Travel, if you teach somebody how to make a $200 check in the code, guess what? You make a $200 check in the code, Octavia. And that's powerful because just imagine if you help 10 people make $1,000. Now you're making, anywhere from $10,000 a month in the code. And that's huge. Some people can work 40 years and still don't make six figures. What if it took you 10 years to find the right the right 10 people? That just makes sense. Not only that, but we have monthly residual. Because honestly, think about it, Lisa. If you have residual bills, it just makes sense to have residual income. Right? And now if it doesn't make sense, then that's okay. Right? So with that being said, let's talk about the matrix. Because there's literally 8 different ways we get paid residually. But for time's sake, if you like the 2 that we're going to talk about, you're going to love the other 8. And let me remind you, we get paid 22 total ways here in Paycation Travel. We're only going to highlight like 4 or 5 right now. So in our matrix, can everybody say matrix? See, this is real serious. As you see down here, it maxes out at over $100,000, right? And let me tell you something. The matrix is a team effort. So the whole entire team is filling up the matrix. So whatever spot you lock in, let's say you get started tonight, right? Because all the guests, you should get started tonight, right? And when you get started tonight, that means you have a 33% chance of people falling under you for doing no work as long as your sponsor is committed. And that's huge because never in the world from the work from home industry has anybody ever been able to benefit off of their sponsor's effort. So let's say, for example, the person who introduced you to this business has 5 people ready to go. If you notice here, it's a 4x7 matrix, which means only 4 of those 5 people can go on this front line. The 5th person has to be forced in the 4x7 force matrix to be forced under someone else, which forces someone else to get paid off of someone else's efforts. So just imagine if so many people is forcing you to get paid in our matrix. And guess what? As long as you have one successful conversation or you sponsor one person in the business, that unlocks levels 1 through 4 in the matrix. You have a potential earning once your matrix gets filled through the whole team's effort. You have a potential earning of $768. That's serious income. And guess what? What if you're a total rock star and you introduce 10 people to the business? You unlock the whole entire matrix. Now you have access and potential income of earning $173,000 a month. That is huge. That is huge. I don't know anybody making that type of income, right? That is huge. So let's go on to positions. Now, you can come in this business and you can rank up. Now, in the chat box, ladies and gentlemen, please put your position in the chat box if you hit a rank so all the guests can see that there's actually people making money on this webinar. So when you come in this business and you put one person in the business, you unlock levels 1 through 4 in the matrix. That's outstanding. Once you put 3 people in the business, you make your money back. How cool is that? You can make your investment back, because in business, it usually takes you anywhere from 2 to 3 years to make your money back. In Paycation, you can make your money back the same day or the next day, or the next week, or the next month. So that return on your investment is huge, ladies and gentlemen. Especially if you're one of those skeptical people who need to see instant gratification. You get paid instantly. So when you put 3 people in this business, you not only make your money back, you also rank up to the position of executive. Now you stretch yourself to 6 individuals, you hit regional. Shout out to Sam for hitting regional. Can't wait to see you and shake your hand. You put 10 people in the business, you hit the position of national. I see some nationals in the chat box. Shout out to Octavia out there in Orlando. Matt, we just had a great time in Cali. Shout out to Matt. And people are fighting every day to save their families' lives, because this business is willable. So once you build this residual stream to as big as you can build it, you can will it to your kids. How cool is that? So ask yourself right now, how many of you can will your job efforts to your kids? Because some of us work very hard on our jobs. Just imagine how hard we was working 5 years ago. Can we will those efforts to our kids? No. So if you put the 5 years of work into this company, you can actually will this business to your kids. So watch this. Once you rank up to the position of international executive, they're going to give you a $600 lifestyle bonus. And once you qualify, they're going to give you another $600 car bonus. I think that is outstanding. Who would like a car if someone else is going to pay for it? Like, honestly, who would like that? Say amen if you would like that. All right. So on our diamond chart, because we have levels, ladies and gentlemen, and as you keep going up and up and up and up and up in our comp plan, as you see the zeros just keep getting more and more and more and more and more, right? So executive diamond, once your team grows to 300, and remind you, you start with one person. Now, one person can bring in 300 people, right? One person can bring in 10 people. You might know 3 people who know 100 apiece. It doesn't matter how you get the diamond, or you might just tell 300 people yourself. It doesn't matter, right? But guess what? Once you grow to diamond, because by default you will, now you get a salary with that position. Never in network marketing did a position come with a salary, right? So now you hit the position of executive diamond. They're going to give you $1,000 on top of everything else we just talked about. You hit the position of regional diamond, they're going to give you an extra $24,000 every year on top of your job. Because just imagine you go into work and your mortgage is already paid. Right? We have regional diamonds on our team who still work full-time in corporate America, and they just enjoy the benefits of travel and making that extra $24,000 a year just in their diamond bonus. How cool is that? Then we just broke a presidential diamond. Shout out to Mark Sterling. We just had a promotion, and at Presidential Diamond, ladies and gentlemen, you get a $16,000 bonus. Who would love a $16,000 bonus? Say, I will, in the chat box. And guess what? This comes every single month. So if you blow your $16,000 for some strange reason, guess what? It comes right back. But guess what, guys? It gets even better. In the next 5 years, once all of you on this webinar hit 5-star presidential diamond, Angela, in the next 5 years, Chanel, Octavia, Lavara, Ebony, all you cool Mary Rogers, all you cool people who's talking to me, Ronald, Diana, everybody on this cool webinar, once you hit 5-star presidential diamond in the next 5 years, you will be making $500,000 a month. Right? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's our diamond chart. This is our car program. Literally, once you qualify, they're going to give you $600 a month. Literally, all you have to have is a Mercedes-Benz. The only catch is it has to be white. All right? It has to be white. That's it. Now, once you rank up to National Diamond and beyond, like me and a couple of my other friends, we get to pick out our brand new S50s. Now, it's so cool. They're going to give me $2,000 a month to go towards this car. I've already picked it out. It's on the way. It's so cool. It has lights. It's like so cool. And what makes it even more cooler for all the guests on the line who thinks this is materialistic driven, you just totally missed the point that we're going to be financially free, but they're going to give you some materialistic things as well. And that is so awesome. So if you can't wait to get yours, say, I'm getting mine, especially if somebody else is going to pay for it, right? So moving right along, if you don't know anything that you just heard, but it sounds good, get started anyway, y'all. I promise you this. We only get paid if you get paid. And we have the training and support you're going to need. So who's ready to live their dreams? Who's ready to live their dreams? Because this is the way you get started if you're a guest on the line. It's only going to cost $99.95. Now, I'm sure somebody's looking at this price tag and they're probably saying, man, my purse costs more than that. I went out to eat last night and spent more money than that on my groceries. Or you're probably one of those people who just took the wifey out to eat and you spent more than that on just one plate. Or you're somebody who probably spent that at Walmart. All I'm trying to tell you is regardless you're going to spend it, how about trying to invest it? This is one of the cheapest businesses with the fastest return that you can honestly have. And not only that, for 99 bucks, you're going to be able to book travel directly with vendors. You're going to be able to earn 75% commission. You're going to own a business. You're going to get tax breaks that no W-2 person can get. So even if you don't make money, you'll make more money on your income return tax, right? Most people, watch this. This is a statistic for everybody who's skeptical on this webinar. 78% of the world who's skeptical to network marketing and decide to only work a job, 78% of the world only has money during income tax time. 78%. That's huge. And it just got worse because 83% of people who only work a job don't even have $1,000 in their bank account. So if you're looking at this information and you only have a job and you don't even have $1,000 in your bank account and you work very hard for pay you don't agree with, for a boss you don't get along with, for employees you probably rather not see, then you might need to open your eyes and look at this because we're going to help you change your life forever. So listen, with that being said, get back with the person who invited you to this webinar. We deserve a better life, and we are after that, ladies and gentlemen. So here in Paycation Travel, we're going to see you at the beach or the bank, but I'll see you around the world. So God bless. I'll see everybody at the top. Get back with the person who invited you very, very quickly. Get on the phone with them. Tell them, hey, whether you're a one type person, whether it says, hey, it's not for me, I'm just going to support you and join the Platinum Travel Club, and anytime I need to go anywhere, I'll call your phone. Or you're the type 2 person who says, you know what, I have some questions. Get your question answered now. If you look at this information, we can set up a 3-way after this call, get all your questions answered. Or you're the type 3 person says, you could have stopped literally 14 slides ago. I'm ready to travel the world and get paid for it. I'm ready to own my own travel franchise. I'm ready to own my own business. I'm ready to sign my own checks. I'm ready to retire early. I'm ready to live. So if that's you, the type 3 person, we can't wait. We can't wait to welcome you to the other side of the tax bracket. So with that being said, God bless and good night.